Hello. Uh, so today we're going to work with this challenge here, our challenge questions. It's sequence and series, as you can see. So we'll be looking at this question, as challenging as it is, but it's so interesting to work with it. Let's have a look at this. We need to make sure we apply all the basics right. Okay. Let's understand this. Okay, the given info first. We're given the information. Here's the given information, which you can firstly make sure you simplify or you do something with it. Let's see what we can do there. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm going to make sure I work with this one first, then I can move on to this one. Okay, let's see. When you start with the first one there, which is um, the first one we have, which is 6 here, k equals to 1, x minus 3k. Of this we can expand first, as if we're going to calculate sum of certain number. So let's expand to get the first three terms. Where there's k, you need to replace from 1, say at least get the three terms, the three first terms. Okay, we substitute from 1, then 2, 3. So when we substitute by 1, this will be the first term as x minus 3. We substitute by 2 will be x minus 6. We substitute by 3 will be x minus 9. Okay, so plus just blah blah blah. Okay, of what we have now, we can say we now have a, which is given by x minus 3. We have d there, which is t2 minus t1. T2 there happens to be x minus 6. T1 happens to be x minus 3. Because we can see that we don't have any exponent here, then we conclude that that's an AS arithmetic series. Okay, so x will cancel x, we understand, so we are left with negative 3 as the difference. So what about n? For n, we'll say top minus bottom plus 1. Top will be 6 minus bottom plus 1, which n is therefore equals to 6. So we have this, where we can say from there, we can say the S6 will be 6 over 2 into 2 of a, which here x minus 3, plus 6 will be 5. 5 of what? 5 of d, which is negative 3, like this. So as we simplify here, we're going to have 2x minus 6 minus 15, which here we're going to say we now have 6x minus 18 minus 45, and this is the same as 6x minus 63. Okay, let me confirm that. minus 18 minus negative 18 minus 45 is negative 63. I am correct. Okay, now let's move on to the second one. The second one, we have the nth. The second one, we have this one here. The second one, we have this sigma 9 k equals to 1 x minus 3k. So we're going to have the same difference, but n will be different. So let's go and look at n. N will be top minus bottom plus 1, which in this case n will be 9. So looking at s of 9 equals to 9 over 2 into 2 of a, which is x minus 3. I remember the d was negative 3. So once we have this, let's go and multiply in here. 9 over 2, 2x minus 6 minus 24. Minus 24. So we now have what? We can multiply in 9 over 2 will be 9 over 2. If we multiply in, we're going to have 9x minus 27. 9 over 2 times 6 is 27. Negative 27. Negative 27 minus 12 times 9. Let's see that. 12. It's negative 24 times 9 over 2. We have negative 108. When we multiply in there, we've got negative 108, which will then be 9x minus negative 108 minus which is minus 135. So when we have this, we can go and solve for x. Let's go and solve for x. We'll have to equate the 2. Let's take this. Okay, take this away. We can say this one equals to this one here. We equate here. So when you have this, we can solve for x. We understand x here. We're going to have 3x equals to negative 63 plus 135. Then we can divide both sides by 3. X will then be now 135 minus 3. The answer is 24. X is 24. Once you have x as 24, you then go to the one that they said you must prove, which is this one. 15k equals to 1, x minus 3k. They said we need to prove that it's 0. So a, we know a is x minus 3, where you can say x is now 24 minus, we found that the answer there is 24. So a is 21. 24 minus 3, 21. G is negative 3 still, but for n equals to 15 minus 1 plus 1, meaning that where there's n will replace by 15. So let's go Sn equals to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 d. We need to substitute where there's n will replace by 15. 15 over 2 into 2 of a which is 21, and we have plus 15 minus, which is 14. 14d negative what? Negative 3. So we have this of a we said it's x minus, let me double check there. And D is there, N is there. Then solving. Then x equals to 24. 24 minus 3, which is 21 as your a. Then d is positive, it's negative. Okay. And when we punch this, we're not going to, are we getting 0? I don't think so. So what could be the problem? Let me check there, double check. 15 over 2 into 42 minus 14 into 3. Oh, we get 0. Brilliant. So S of 15, we get 0, which they said we should prove. So this is definitely correct. So this is definitely correct. So One had to realize that, firstly, he or she had to solve for x until you got x to be 24. After that, you substitute where there's x. A was x minus 3. Where there was x, you replace by 21, and you go on and what and prove what you were required to prove there. And indeed, s of 15 is 0. So the question was so interesting because it wanted one to work from the beginning, make sure you understand until solving for x, then until s of 15 became what? 0, as what you were required to prove. So thanks for this question, and make sure you bring more of these challenges so that we can work with them. For now, let me say thank you, and love you. Thank you for the question, and bring more next time. Sharp.